Hi! It's come to my attention, though, that I did not answer the previous question. I just read it, and then I complained about my life, as is custom. So let's try to actually read it, okay? Answer it. Let's try to answer it. Okay. Anyways. Redoing it. Getting the glitz back in the life. I am fabulous and strong and almighty, because I'm a girl almighty. Louis told me so. Alright, so about these questions you sent me in on. So, what do you read first? I always recommend, if you got a collected works of Oscar Wilde, you start at the beginning. Just start at the beginning and read the whole entire thing. There's no place where you should start off specifically, because the whole thing is just a journey that you need to experience in its entirety. You will thank me later. Do you highlight and bookmark quotes you like in his books, or do you keep your books neat and untouched? Well, because I'm fucking nuts, I have several versions of every one of his books and things. I have several shitty versions of his complete works that are paperbacks that I got at, like, I don't even remember where. I have like 2 of the exact same shitty complete works, and I'm staring at one right now, and it's faded from the sun because I used to keep it in my car. And so the shitty one I do underline, because as I'm reading, a different line will strike me. You know, each time you read, something clicks in a different way. And so I just have begun to just underline it, because then when you look back one day at, like, knowing, like, this is the text that I actually did touch and tamper and dog ear, and I did underline in this one, when you read it, knowing that, and you stumble upon all the things that meant something to you at that point in time long ago, it's kind of cool, because it'll either be something really depressing or really romantic or really happy or whatever, and it's just like, sometimes I'll put a little note by it or double underline it, and I think, you know, that's cool. Sometimes it doesn't even mean anything to me when I reread it, you know, like, I'll read a quote again later and I'll have written like, oh my god, this is everything, and I'll reread it and I'll be like, that's okay, he's written better. But it is fun to keep track of something that strikes you in that moment, you know, instantly. So if you have like a shitty version, or if you don't care what your books look like, I always recommend, yeah, love them, touch them, make them yours. And then the nice editions, like this one, I would never underline. Those ones can stay untouched just for beauty reasons, for aesthetic appeal, I suppose. How do I start? Is this going to change my life? Yeah, your life is about to change. Welcome to hell. No, it's welcome to heaven, honestly. All the wounds that you feel will be greatly opened in some regards, I think, with Oscar Wilde's work, because his words are so poignantly cutting in such a subtle way that they sort of rip you open a little bit and make you a little sad, but then they also mend you up in the way that it's such a beautiful, conclusive feel. He has this way of writing that makes you feel very peaceful even if you're very sad. So, and he also exposes you to just beautiful things and a different perspective on life, and just, oh, he's just so aesthetically overwhelming, like just the way he explains things in his imagery, and everything's so beautiful. It makes the world seem as beautiful as it is in some regards. I don't know. Does that make sense to you? Oh my gosh, Claire, you love Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson. I love him so much. I fucking love him. I love the universe. Like, I don't watch much TV at all. I can't focus on TV very much. I love, like, the Golden Girls, though. And Seinfeld, Curb Enthusiasm, Will and Grace, Downton Abbey. I liked Merlin a long time. I love Merlin. But for the most part, yeah, TV is not. Frasier! I love Frasier. I am Frasier. Like, to a T. I fucking love Frasier. You know what else? Everyone always says I'm a complete mix between Jack and Karen on Will and Grace. Which is a compliment and it's not at the same time. But anyways. But yeah, The Universe is my other favorite show in the whole world. And he is on it, and he talks all the time, and whenever he would come on, me and my friend would be like, we would fangirl the scientist. We were just weird, though. Still, Hi, as I finally reached the point in my life where my life is absolutely a piece of shit. Same. I decided I'll kick myself even harder and finally read Gods and Monsters. I know worse is yet to come, but I am a delicate flower with even more delicate little soul, and I just want to announce the ball scene where Louis is going to go after Niall, and I'm emotionally unstable. And if you've decided to kill me, I'll bury you with me with Spam. Like the meat? I'm down. I oddly like Spam. Containing various forms of why and was it necessary. I hear survivors laughing at me. So, Gods and Monsters, you're reading it. Don't worry, don't sweat it. It's so much fluffier than people think it is. Like, there's like the last chapter is angsty, but other than that, like, there's sprinkled over strenuous angst, but for the most part, it's just like fluff bullshit. I'm actually not really fond of that story, admittedly. I'm not. I think it was just because I wrote it and it was so fluffy and I didn't feel that fluff. I'm not good with fluff for an extended amount of time because I'm just too angsty of a soul. As you can see, I'm just like too... my entire skull is being pelted with rocks by the world. You know, it's just like this constant low-key misery. I don't know. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I hope it wasn't too angsty, though. If that's not your cup of tea, I hope it was just warm and fluffy for you, because I thought it kind of was. Up until that point where Louis really fucked up. First thing I thought when I saw there was a song called Wolves was, oh my gosh, Claire, why? Anyways, I bet Louis wrote it after he saw your wolf tank top. Oh, he did. You know, these kids are just my biggest fans. They just are. I'm like, that's alright. Love me. Shower me with love. Mauve. Shower me with mauve. No, but really, that was fucking kicking. Well, first I was like, Perfect's coming out on Oscar Wilde's birthday. And I jived, and then I was like, wait. I got a text from Barbara. And she was like, there's a song called Wolves, Claire. And I was like, I'm at work. Is this for real? Is this a joke? And I looked it up, and indeed, she was telling me the truth. There was a wolf song. And I screamed, because we all know why. It's fucking awesome. Your love for Louis is so important, and I'm glad you love him so much. I know him so well and appreciate him for everything he is. And now I love Louis and you. Same, I love Louis and you. We should just hang out and talk about Louis. You know, like, half kidding, we should. If I was in a room, right? Just a big old fucking room with a bunch of pillows on the ground, a bunch of blankets, cups of tea, candles, some ambient music, like a guitar. I will strum the guitar. And yeah, it's got to be mood lighting, like cozy lighting, right? And we're just going to talk about Louis for hours. I'll have a notebook on hand because sometimes I need to put my thoughts on paper because I can't contain them and I need to see them. Does anyone get that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have this thing, it's probably why I enjoy writing, actually, where I'll be thinking something intricate and I'll confuse myself or lose the original thought. So, like, in order to, like, move past the thoughts and, like, sift through them, I have to write them down in the most logical, most articulate way I can, and then I write it in a notebook or whatever. Then I read it, I'm like, okay, and then it's like, oh, okay, I can move on, and it's like my brain feels like it's been cleaned. It's like been dispensed of those thoughts. Now those thoughts are like permanent because they're there, and I can reread them, and okay, my thoughts are official. Now I can move on to different thoughts. Does anyone else have that? Is that a thing? I always have. It's very frustrating, and that's why I don't like writing in like on my phone or whatever, or like with a notebook, like by hand, because I just think so fast. Listen to me. I just think so fast, but like it's just constant words, and like before I can move on with a scene or even the sentence or what have you, it's like a traffic jam, like if I'm not going fast enough, and I have to like, oh shit, I gotta pause, I gotta like write it out, make sure like this is what I mean, and then like it's just like this panic mode thing. It's weird, it's bizarre. Speaking of writing, I gotta write the actor. My sister's like pissed. She's like, I'm waiting and it's not done yet, and I want it to be novel long, so take your time, but like I just caught up and like I need more. I'm like, okay, no pressure. So I gotta go write that. She gonna yell at me. So alright, wolfies, kids, friends, pals, lovers, may you have a beautiful night. I'm sorry that I was just like for like 20 minutes, but alas, such is the name of the game. So I hope we talk soon. I will try to be more productive with these and like I'm trying. Failing, but trying. So, goodbye. I love you all. Adios.